Good morning, viewers. Today I am present before you with the poem written by Judith Wright entitled Woman to Man. I'll be giving an analysis of this particular poem and the internet source from which I have collected this matter is mentioned in the description box below. So here I begin. The poem Woman to Man is a poem by Judith Wright, and it is a poem that is narrated from the perspective of a woman who is a pregnant mother. The poem expresses the thoughts and feelings of being pregnant and the hope for the development of the embryo and how the body changes when the embryo is growing inside the mother's womb. The themes in this poem are unity, life, and nature. The whole poem is an extended metaphor. This poem builds one extended image of a developing embryo within the author's womb. The first three stanzas are full of wonder of creating this new life. The line, "The eyeless laborer in the night," allows the reader to picture that the unborn baby is still in the mother's womb and has no features yet. The next line, "The selfless, shapeless seed I hold," has the use of sibilance as it draws attention to the reader as the seed is being defined as what it's not as it is unknown. Then there is the use of the word resurrection, which is very interesting, as Wright has implied that there will be a death first before the baby will be born, or it might even be about Jesus as he was resurrected, and this might bring the idea of a new life. The next line, "Silent and swift and deep from sight, foresees the unimagined light," has use of sibilance, as the sweeping sounds enforces swift movements that will be coming from the baby and that there is now light and the reader might be able to foresee life. The second stanza extends the image of the embryo growing inside the mother's womb. The embryo is not yet a child, has not yet got a name, and yet the poetess and the nameless man to whom she is speaking already know about the baby, and they are speaking about their creation intimately. They share the joy and the love and the wonder of their creation. The child is their hunter and their chase. The urge to reproduce drives them and provides them with a goal. Although not yet present, the future existence of the embryo and what will be a baby is tangible in their lovemaking. The development into a child is echoed in stanza 3. The man's arm provides the strength, the woman's breast the shape of the flesh, the eyes will be a mixture of theirs. There is cooperation in this endeavor, and the result will belong to both of them. Be a part of both of them. The blood's wild tree reflects the growing network of arteries and veins in the embryo. The intricate folded rose is in the miracle of unfolding from an undifferentiated mass of cells into a human being. The rose might also symbolize a human heart or the baby as it is fragile like a rose. But also the birth of a child is beautiful, although it may be painful. Stanza 4 brings a dramatic change of mood. Two lines of paradoxical duality make us question what is really happening here. Then we have a blind head butting at the dark. Blindness and darkness cloud our vision, and we have the image of violence, enclosure, and constriction. This baby needs to emerge into the world, and the passage will be a difficult one. The first thing it sees is the blaze of light along the blade. Pain and shock await in birth and in life. The blade severs ties to the mother as the umbilical cord is cut and also represents the fears of the author about the birth. Childbirth can be dangerous and can be deadly, and thus the significance of the resurrection in the first stanza is mentioned again. The only way to create new life is to risk death. There is alliteration in this stanza from the words blind, headbutting, dark, blaze, blade, hold, and afraid. These sounds make a hard sound as the experience of pregnancy has become harder. The embryo is more developed and wants to get out as the embryo is headbutting. This poem is a deeply effective poem by Judith Wright as it expresses the thoughts and feelings of a pregnant mother and the process of childbirth being deadly and dangerous. So this was the analysis of this great poem written by this woman writer, Judith Wright. I hope this podcast proves to be of help in understanding this poem in a better way. Please do like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and in the comment section below, share your feedback. You can also visit my Learning Literature blog, the link to which is given in the description box below. Thank you for your valuable time. Here's wishing you a great day ahead.